an equation. Now, a couple of differences between the ellipse and a circle. Circle, the values of x and h were exactly the same. Anyways, these numbers down here were exactly the same. And you were equal to the radius. But since these two, I'm sorry, circles, they didn't even have these numbers. It was just equal to the radius. If these two numbers are equal, you're going to get a circle out of it. Otherwise, you're going to get Bert or Ernie. Okay, and I use Bert or Ernie to identify which direction the ellipse is going. Ellipses are football shaped. Ernie is one that tends to be wider than it is long. And where Bert has the long face going on. Okay, this is just to help you identify. If I say, hey, it's a Bert, and you drew an Ernie, you need to realize that you just kind of drew it going the wrong way. So, but again, the differences between a circle and ellipse is an ellipse. These two numbers down here will be different. And it's always equal to 1, where a circle is equal to the radius. Okay, so a few extra things here. Center is HK. Your vertices, depending on if it's a Bert or Ernie. If it's a Bert, then it's going to be your center plus H, comma K, and your center, I can't say H, minus H, comma K. So actually the H is your center number. So let's erase those. I'm writing what I wrote down. I'm like, wait a second, this isn't it. It's going to be H, which is your center, plus your over number, comma K, or your H minus your over number, comma K. That is if you have an Ernie. Now, you can do the vertices after you plugged in the numbers. You know, you can go, oh, I'm going to go over 3, and then calculate what they are. But sometimes it's easier if you already know what those values are. Then you can double check when you graph them. If it's an Ernie, it's going to be H, comma, your up-down number, plus K, and H, your up. I did this backwards. You know, you realize you went, nope, I'm doing it backwards again. Because you're starting from K. K plus your up-down number, or K minus your up-down number. So because your H values aren't changing, it's your Y values are going this way. Same thing over here, your K value is not changing because you're moving on the X's, not on the Y's. So that's how the vertices are. Now these would be considered your major vertices. Your minor vertices would be doing the same thing. You'd be doing, so anyways, this is the major for Ernie. This would be the minor for Ernie. This would be the major for Bert. This would be the minor for Bert. Because they have the 4, but we're really only considered about the major vertices. So this is the major vertices for Ernie. This is the major for Bert. Okay, so let's graph a few. Just like circles, the center comes from here. X squared, Y squared is just 0, 0. Now remember, this is the over number squared. So this is really 3 squared, and this guy is 2 squared. And since this number is larger, that's how you tell the difference between a Bert and Ernie, is if the number under the X is larger, it's an Ernie. If the number under the Y value is bigger, it's a Bert. So I'm going to show you what I meant by you can identify the vertices by plugging numbers in. My center's at 0, 0, so there it is. Let me make it noticeable. And for an Ernie, I'm going to go left and right 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And up and down 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now in your book, if you looked at your book, they would call these A and B values. We'll talk about those if you need more explanation. Now remember, I'm looking for major vertices. My Y values are not changing, they're still 0. My X value is what changed, and remember, it is your H plus or minus your over number. So 0 plus 3 is 3, and 0 minus 3 is negative 3. So 0 plus 3, 0 minus 3. And you can see that those are the points that we plotted. So let's go ahead and get the graph going of this. And there's your ellipse. Okay, that one should have gone up just a little bit higher. I'm wondering if what I have to do to get him to go the way I want him to go. He's a little bit off here, but there, that's good enough. But there you guys go. Now your hand drawing this will be just really, really cautious. Please don't make the corners all pointy and such. They should be nice and rounded things. They're ovals. Okay, let's try another one. Again, on this one, the center is 0, 0. My cross number is 2 squared. This one is 4 squared. This number is larger, so this is going to be a BERT. Anyways, it's just going to go this way. So my X values won't change, only my Y values. So this time it's my K plus or minus my up-down number. So 0 plus 4 or 0 minus 4. Okay, so center 0, 0. 1, 2, 3, up 4. There's my point 0, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, negative 4. There's my other vertex. And then it's just going to go to the side this way. And then we draw the ellipse in. And that's what she should look like. And hopefully you guys can go, oh, look, I draw a little hair and an ear here. I have a bird. And this is the only thing I refer to it being bird or Ernie, is the shape. Which direction are the longer ones. And again, these would be considered the major vertices, and these would be the minors. Some classes, they get kind of picky on those. Okay, now let's do a center somewhere not in the middle. X minus 2 gives me a value here. Oops, let's go back to the pen. Gives me a value here of 2. And this is Y minus a negative 1, so it's negative 1. This one is 4 squared, 2 squared. So this is going to be an Ernie because this guy here is bigger. So now, remember, it's 2 plus or minus the 4. My Y values will not change. They will stay at negative 1. So 2 plus 4 is 6. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. So center, 2, negative 1, 2, negative 1. There's my center. And then to show that I got these values right, I'm going to the left and right 4. Remember, this is 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. There I am at 6, negative 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4. There I am at negative 2, negative 1. And then go up to 4, the other 2, up and down. And you can see what's going on there. And there's my ellipse. Okay, let's do a couple more examples. Remember I was saying that if these two numbers are the same, you're going to get a circle, because this is the same as x squared plus y squared equals 9. So your center's at 0, 0. Vertex, really, they're not an ellipse. So we can't claim a major or minor. So we're just going to identify R to be 3. So 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. So what have you found out is that a circle is just an ellipse with the same values going out. Kind of like a circle is an ellipse, but an ellipse is not a circle. Kind of like a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not a square. Okay, it doesn't go back and forth both ways. It's just a special type of, a square is a special type of rectangle. Circle is a special type of ellipse. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the circle in there, since that's what we have. There's our circle. Okay, back to the ellipses. That was just thrown in to see how you felt on that one. X minus 1 gives me 1. Change the sign on this guy, it gives me -2. This guy is 5 squared, 2 squared. This one's larger, so we have an Ernie. So -2, -2. And my X values are going to be 1 plus or minus 5. So that's going to give me 6 and -4. So center 1, -2. And then go out 5. 1 plus 5, 6. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I could have also just done find these values. Up 2, down 2. Now you know why it's called the up-down number. This, I went over too far on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. At least I caught it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I counted 6 instead of 5. That's what I did. And draw a handy dandy sketch tool here. And there's my ellipse. Let's do another one. Yes, this will probably be the last one. I'll look to see where I want to stop. Okay, this one here, negative, negative. So this is -4. This is going to be +1. This one is 3 squared, 5 squared. Because this guy is larger, it's going to be a Bert. That means my X values don't change. And these values are going to be the 1 plus or minus 5. 1 plus 5 gives me 6. 1 minus 5 gives me -4. So let's see. So we go to our center. -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then we're going to go big. Remember, this one is a Bert. So my X values are going to change. It's going to be 4, 6. I'm sorry, -4, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the other one is -4, -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from the center, I'm going to go out 3. And then we draw the ellipse. There you guys go. Okay, I actually have the next one start. Yeah, there it is. Okay, well, go ahead and try this one. Pause the video, try this one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it as well. And I'm just going to go ahead and do the math without saying anything. And then you can double check it. That way, if you can do this without me going over it, and yours looks the same as mine, then you know you have this down. Okay, so I'm going to pause this and then I'll come back when I'm finished. Okay, so did you get the same that I got? Is this what it looks like? Center's at -2, -3. There's your vertices, and this is what your graph should look like. If you got this one, then you're probably good to go on the homework. If you're still struggling on this one, then maybe not. Okay, now there's 3 more to go, but these we're going to do in class just for those who maybe that last problem they just couldn't do. But these are going to be done in class and give people the option to ask questions about them. All right, there you guys go, and good luck.